Everyone knows that DayZ isn't optimized to the fullest, so therefore, I will show you how to get the best possible FPS you can get for your computer. Keep in mind that the game is very CPU intensive over GPU, so you need a good CPU more than anything to actually run the game on the highest settings. But this video, I'll show you the configuration method and the in-game method. There's been a lot of methods on how to get the best settings for DayZ, but there really isn't one, but this one worked for me and a lot of people also. So I'm going to share it with everyone. Always do maintenance on your computer, for example, scanning for viruses, removing malware, defragmentation, and removing spyware will also increase FPS. But the most common loss of FPS is that your drivers aren't up to date. So update them and you'll receive the full potential frames you can get. This is the ultimate guide for the best methods to get the most FPS you can get in DayZ. Take note that this game is very CPU intensive, so getting a better CPU might help you a lot. So that's a disclaimer. So first off, we're going to mess around with the configuration files for DayZ itself. So what you do, you go to your start button, click on documents, and you want to find the folder called DayZ, and you want to find DayZ CFG file right here. And if you double click it, it'll say like use a selected program. What you do, you right click the DayZ folder or file, my bad, open with, and click on other programs and click on the drop down arrow and select Notepad, and I'm going to use Notepad++ for this. So just open up Notepad and it will look like this. What you want to focus on is the GPU max frames ahead, change that to 1, and the GPU detected frames ahead is 1 also. That's all you do for that. So click on File and click on Save and right click the DayZ file, click on Properties, and you want to check Read Only. You want to check that and click Apply and click OK. So what you do now is go to your profile, your DayZ profile. Mine will be Josh_2. Your guys will be your Steam name or your computer name, whatever it is. So you want to open up your DayZ profile with Notepad and scroll all the way to the bottom. And what you want to find is scene complexity. Change that to 200,000. Change shadow Z distance to 100. Change view distance to 1,000. And change preferred object view distance to 800. That's all you do for that. So once you've done that, click on File and click on Save. And for this one, you don't have to make it read only. So that's pretty much the basic way on how to make DayZ faster using the configuration files. So I'll hop on in the game and I'll show you guys the in-game settings. Alright guys, we're back. And this is the in-game settings. So you press Save, Configure, Video, Overall Quality, change that to very low. It might change your rendering resolution. Change that to 100% if it does. Always make it 100%. Brightness, yada yada. Sync, VSync, disable that. Textures. I'll show you guys how to find your GPU video memory. So for mine is 1 GB of video memory. Texture detail, very low. Texture filtering, disabled. Close. Quality. Objects, very low. Terrain, very low. Clouds, disabled. Shadows, disabled. And then click on rendering. Everything disabled. HDR quality, very low. And this is for personal preference. Someone disable bloom and rotation blur. So post-process quality, disabled. Occlusion, disabled. HDR quality, very low. Edge smoothing, disabled. Alpha to coverage, disabled. Anti-aliasing, my bad, disabled. And that's about it. If it does not work, then it's your hardware or your GPU or CPU. This game is very CPU intensive, so it might be on your CPU. For example, I have a decent GPU, but my CPU is dual core and it's not the best. So just get a better CPU and hopefully the game will run better. So now I'm going to show you guys how to find your video memory for your graphics card. Alright, I'm going to show you guys how to find your video memory. So what you do is go to your desktop, right click it, and click on screen resolution. And once you've done that, go to advanced settings and go find dedicated video memory. Mine is 1 gigabyte. You guys have might 2, you guys might have 3, but I have 1. So in the video memory in DayZ settings, change it to whatever you have for dedicated video memory. So that's how you find and get the best settings for DayZ. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.